Okay, good Chodesh, everybody. A good day of Shabbos. Today is Friday. It is the sixth reading of the portion of Toldos, and we are holding in middle the story of Jacob and Esav, who Jacob receives the blessings from his father Isaac, and this is the blessing that he received from his father. May God give you from the dew of the heavens, from the fatness of the earth, and an abundance of grain and wine. So Rashi says, may he give you and repeatedly give you. According to the simple meaning, it refers back to the previous topic. Look, the fragrance of my son, which God has given him, is like the fragrance of the field, that Yitzchak said. And furthermore, may he give you from the dew of the heavens. Etala Shamayim, from the dew of the heavens, according to the simple meaning for the dew. Madrasha Gadish Lahab upon him. And in the Medrash, it's explained many ways. This you go to the Medrash, there are many interpretations. We say this every Motzei Shabbos, every Saturday night. He just brings here an explanation that he brings the Medrash, and the Medrash says, according to the simple meaning, right? Another explanation is what the meaning of Lakim, Yitalcha Lakim. Why is divine name, which signifies God's attribute of justice, used here? To teach us that he will treat you with justice. You deserve it, he will give it to you. If you do not, he will not give it to you. But the Esav, he says, fat places of the earth shall be your dwelling places. Where the righteous and wicked, he will give it to you. And from him, Isaac, Solomon learned, when he built the temple, he arranged his praise, saying that an Israelite who has faith and justice, divine decree upon himself, will not complain about you. Therefore, and I'll give to every man according to his ways. For you know what is in his heart. The Gentiles lack faith. Therefore, Solomon said, you shall hear in the heavens, etc. And do according to all your strange calls upon you for, meaning, whether he's deserving or undeserving, give it to him, so that he should be not complain about you. This is found in the old and the correct edition of Rashi. In essence, a Jew, that Rashi says that the Jew has this blessing is a Jew has really an interconnection with God, and it goes really that's why he says like Kim, God is a God of justice. When it comes to Jews, God is very just, because he has this kind of relationship, but with the rest of the world, he doesn't have that relationship. Nations shall serve you, and kingdoms shall bow down to you. You should be a master over your brothers. And your mother's son shall bow down to you. Those who curse you will be cursed. And those who bless you shall be blessed. So Rashi says over here, we see later that Yaakov said to Yehuda, your father's sons. Because Jacob, had sons from many mothers. And therefore he said, your father's sons. Over here say your father's sons. Over here says your mother's sons. But here, since Isaac had only married one wife, he says your mother's sons. Those who curse you shall be cursed, and those who bless you shall be blessed. So Rashi says that over here, the pasuk is in essence saying that Bilam, we find concerning Bilam, by the prophet Bilam, the scripture says, those who will bless you shall be blessed, and those who curse you shall be cursed. The reason is that for the righteous, their beginning is suffering, and their end is tranquility. And those who curse them and cause them pain precede those who bless them. So Isaac therefore mentioned the curses of those who curse before the blessings, because that's the way. The righteous suffer beginning, and then they ultimately are victorious. Whereas the wicked, however, the beginning is tranquil, and their end is suffering. Bilam therefore mentioned the blessing before the curse. So Bilam, in essence, wanted to curse the Jews, and that's why he mentions over there, those that will bless you, and those, because he wants them to all be wicked. When it came to pass, when Yitzchak just ended the blessing of Jacob, Yaakov just walked out of the room, Yitzchak, for the face of his father. And Esav came with his hunt. Rashi says one left, this one left, another one came in. Yasu Gamin also Esav made matamim, he made tasty food. And he brought to his father, Father, sit up and eat from my game. So you might bless me. Obvious, so his father Isaac said to him, Miata, who are you? Maybe I am your son. I'm your first son, your firstborn Esau. And Yitzchak suddenly gave a great shudder. Admoid. And he said, who's the one who hunted game and brought it to me? And he ate from everything. Before you came. And I blessed him. Gam Baruch here, he too shall be blessed. Rashi says that Yitzchak shuddered. Why did he shudder? So first of all, it's expression of bewilderment. He was shocked. But according to the Medrash, he was not shocked at all. He actually shuddered because he saw Gehenim. When Esav walked in, he was just before that, he was sitting with Yaakov. He was like smelt Gan Eden. Suddenly, when Esav walked in, he felt like he was in hell. He said, who then Ephah, whose expression by itself, which is maybe used, not explanation, Ephah, a combination of I, Poi. Where, here. Who is he, and where is he who hunted the game? And I ate everything, any flavors I wish to taste. I tell you, wow, his food was phenomenal. I finished a plate. Gam Baruchia, he ends off. Gam Baruchia, may he be blessed. That you should not say that Jacob not deceive his father. That you should not say that Jacob not deceive his father. He would not have received the blessing. Therefore, he concurred that the blessing, he blessed him intentionally. So that's why the verse ends off, oh, it was Jacob who took the blessing, may he have the blessings. So that really angered Esav, self-understood, that not only that his father realized that he was taken for a ride, but he actually said, I agree with that was correct. Yaakov did it correctly, and he took the blessings, and I give it to him the blessings. Shmaya Esav Divri Ovid. That's what he says when Esav heard the words of his father, that angered him. Yitzchak Tzaka Gedelu Mori. He started to scream. And he said to his father, Barcheni Gam Ani Avi. He said, okay, fine, but you have to give me a blessing. And he said to him, I'm sorry, your brother came in a cunning way, and he took your blessings. So Rashi says, Bemirma means bechachma. Translated in cunning, but actually means with wisdom. And he said to him, Hachi Shma Yaakov. So he said, this is the reason why his name was Yaakov. Because he deceived me twice. As Bechairasi Laka, he took my birthright. And now he has taken my blessing. And And he said, have you not reserved a blessing for me? So Rashi said, now the reason I understand why he's called Jacob. Hachi, it's an expression denoting the integrate, because Hachi, you are my kingdom. What is the name Jacob, Yaakov? Because of the future, because he's destined to deceive me. And the Chumah asks, why did Isaac shudder? He said, perhaps I'm guilty of the iniquity for I blessed the younger son before the older one, and thus altered the order of the relation. Thereupon Esau started crying. You already deceived me twice. Your father said to him, what did he do to you? He replied, he took my birthright. Isaac said, that is why I was troubled and shuddered. For if I was afraid, perhaps I had transgressed the line of the strict justice. But now, I didn't know that he bought your birthright. Now that I know that I actually blessed the firstborn, that's the meaning of the verse. So when Esau told his father that Yaakov took the birthright, Yaakov said, "Oh, Baruch Hashem." Here I was worried that I gave the younger son the bracha. He's not the younger son; he's the older son. He bought the birthright. Yan Yitzchak, Vayemel Esau. So Yitzchak said to Esau, behold, I made him a master over you. And I gave him all his brothers to him, as servants. And I have sustained with him corn and wine. So for you, then, what shall I do, my son? Rashi says this is the seventh blessing given to Jacob, and yet he puts it first. Rather, he said to him, what use will blessing be to you? If you acquire property, it will be his. For I made him a master over you. Whatever a slave requires belongs to his masters. What am I going to give you? So where will I seek for something to do for you? I've given him everything. Esau said to his father, Avi, you only have one blessing. Give me a blessing, figure out something. Esau raised his voice and he wept. So Yitzchak said, behold, your dwelling place shall be fat places of the earth. The dew of the heavens from above. So Rashi says, he blessed Esau. This is a part of Italy belonging to Greece. He blessed him where you live in Italy. It's a beautiful country, fat of the land. You will live on the sword. But you'll serve your brother. But when it will be when you grieve, that you'll break his yoke off your neck. So that says by the sword, same as bichar b'cha. Sometimes al is placed in the letter beit, meaning with the sword. You stood by your sword. Is an expression of pain. I will lament in my speech, meaning when Israel will transgress the Torah, and you will have caused the grief about the blessings they took, you'll break his yoke. So that's going to be the challenge. When Jews will sin, you'll be able to throw the yoke off of you. And Esau hated Yaakov on the blessing, which his father blessed him. Esau believed, and Esau said in his heart, that the days of the mourning of my father drew near, means he was hoping his father would die. And then I'll kill my brother Esau. So here again, he had such kibbud avayim, he wasn't going to kill his brother when his father was alive. Much more is the parent meaning that I shall not grieve my father, and there'll be, and again, there's many agadas on this verse. So he said, I don't want to give pain my father, but the second he's dead, I'll kill my brother. And Rebecca was told about the Esav's words. She went out and she called her brother's son. You should know that Esav wants to kill you. And the question is, how did Rivka know that? It said the previous verse, he said it in his heart. So how did he know? It said that she was a prophet. Yes. And we know that the matriarchs were greater prophetess than even the patriarchs. So she knew what he said in his heart. Nachem regrets his relationship to you. He regrets the brotherly relation. To consider another the brotherly thought. To behave towards you in a strong, as a stranger to kill you. The Medrash, however, explains this expression of consolation. In his eyes, you're already dead. And he has drunk a cup of consolation, a cup of wine constantly drunk in the house of a mourner over you. But according to its simple meaning, its expression of consolation by killing you, he will console himself about losing his blessing. Va'ata, verse 43, Shema b'ni b'koili, listen to my voice. V'kum b'rach lecha alav v'nachi in Charana. Get up, run to my brother in Charana. And you shall dwell with him a few days. Until your brother's wrath will subside. Verse 45, and we know this took 22 years. He left for 22 years. Until your brother's rage subsides from you. And he'll forget what he did to you, what you did to him. And I will send you, and I'll take you from there. Why should I be afraid of both of you on one day? He said, why I will be afraid from both of you? This teaches us that one who buries his children is called shakalan proof, to be afraid. And so concerning Jacob, it says, as I chishalti, when he was wanted to take away Benjamin from him, he said, like I'm sad over Joseph, I'll be sad over Benjamin. So why did he say I'll be sad and I'll mourn over both of you if there's only one person who's going to die? So he says if he rises up against you to kill him, his sons will rise and kill you. So you're both going to get killed in the same day. But really, she said a prophecy. The divine poured itself upon her, and she prophesied that actually both going to be killed at the same time. Both going to die at the same time. Jacob died, and when they came to bury him in the Maras Hamapela in Hebron, Esav wanted to stop it, and one of Jacob's grandsons killed him. So they both died in the same time. So this expression that she said, why am I going to be sad of losing both of you at the same time, actually ultimately did happen. Yitzchak told Yitzchak, I'm disgusted with my life from the daughters of Ches. Because if Yaakov will marry the daughters of Ches, from the daughters of this world, of this land, what do I need to live? These are all a bunch of idol worshippers, terrible people, and I don't need a daughter-in-law for my son Yaakov from these people. And therefore, let's send him to my brother Lavan. Yitzchak Yaakov, so Yitzchak called Yaakov, so he blessed him. And he commanded him, don't take any girls from the daughters of Canaan. Like Avraham Avinu said to Yitzhak, about Yitzhak. Kum lech Padan Aram, go to Padan Aram, Beisa Besuel Avi Mecha, to the house of Besuel, who's your mother's father. Bekachloch Misham Isha B'nei Lavan, and take a daughter for the daughters of Lavan, Achi Mecha, who's your mother's brother. So go marry your cousin. Go marry into the family. Avraham Avinu wanted to marry into the family, and so Yitzchak wanted to marry into the family. Verse 3, V'kel shaka yivarech, may God bless you, v'yafricha, v'yabecha, and you'll be fruitful and you'll multiply. V'yisa l'kal amim, and you shall become assembly of people. Rashi says, Yitzchak used the word Shakai, which is God's name, and he who has enough blessings. That's usually when you use the word Shin Dalad Yud, means Shaddai. It's enough for those who bless from his mouth, bless you. So we say that the Eibishter knows the amount of blessings that he needs to give a person. Verse 4, V'yitlecha birchas Avram, may he give you the blessings of Abraham, l'chol zarecha, to you and to your offsprings, itach, which will be with you, l'rishtachas etz migorecha, to inherit the land of your sojourn, asher nasa lekim l'Avram, which God gave to Abraham. Which this is the real blessing that Yitzchak wanted to give to his son Yaakov. This was the real blessing. The blessing of the fatness of the land, all that, he really wanted to give to Esav, Tal Shemayim, etc. But here, this is the blessing. The blessing that he wanted to give Jacob was not, now he says that you're going to be the future of the Jewish nation. That's really the blessing. You're going to be the future of the Jewish nation. The land of Israel is going to be given to you. So even though I have a son Esav and I want to bless him and I love him, but the future of Judaism, the future of Abraham is going to be through you. And that's the blessing. So as Birchas Avram, I'm giving you the bracha of Abraham. So that, and I didn't give the bracha of Abraham to Esav, because he doesn't deserve the bracha of Abraham. I know exactly he doesn't deserve it. So the bracha of Abraham, that the future of Ram Avinu, my father, is going to go through you. And therefore, all the spiritual blessings that God gave Abraham is actually going to be given to you. So that's the blessing that Isaac really wants to give Jacob, and that's the blessing he gives him. So he says to him, and I will make you a great nation, and the nations of the world will bless themselves with your seed. May those blessings be for you. May that nation and the blessed seed emanate from you, and not from anybody else, not even from Esav. May you continue Avraham Avinu's story in the world. And that completes the Chumash of the day. And we now go to the Tanya of the day. We are holding Kutas Acham. We are in the middle of the third essay, the end of the third essay. Again, very Kabbalistic. We're going to try to absorb as much as we can in this teaching. Again, Kuntis Achim, the Alter Rebbe tries to fix the contradictions in Zohar, or in the teachings of the Zohar. Tries to fix those contradictions. That the Zohar in the portion of Bekudei writes, Goy Rakia Tata. That prayer without proper intentions is repelled into the lowest heavens, indicating that it's allowed to rise at least to that point, to the lowest heavens. And then you go to the portion of Vayakal in the Zohar, it says, the implication is that only if it is a seemingly word, meaning prompted by the proper intent, do the angels ascend with it to the atmosphere of the heaven above. So now, how do this latter passage accord with the previous quote statement in Pekudei, that even when the prayer is without intention, it still ascends at least to the lowest firmament, when over here it says the same thing with intent. So we have a contradiction in the Zohar. So again, Alter Rebbe says, Loi kosher mili, this seeming contradiction presents no problem. The rakia tata mi'inu rakia nemegavri goy alma v'pashis pekudei nemalchus asiyah. For the expression in Pekudei, the lowest heavens of the heavens that govern the world refers to Malchus of the world of Asiyah. Right? So what means the lowest heavens of the upper heavens, right? So you have Atzilus, the world of emanation. The lowest of that world is Malchus. Then you start again in the world of creation, from Chachma to Malchus. Then you go to the world of formation, from Chachma, from wisdom, till kingship. Then you come to the world of Asiyah, which is still a spiritual world. And then you start from there till Malchus. So that Malchus is considered the lowest heaven of the heavens that govern the world. Malchus of the world of Asiyah. That's what it means. That prayers without kavanah goes only to Malchus of the world of Asiyah. So it goes to the lowest part of the heavens, the spiritual worlds, in the worlds of in the four worlds. Parshas Bayakel, we're in Parsha Bayakel, hein the Zeir Ampim, that he refers to Zah of Asiyah. So it goes over there, it refers to Zah of Asiyah. Zah is the 6 middays in the world of Asiyah, before Malchus. Pesach, Gevurah, Tveres, Netzach, Chayjus, Malchus. So that's called Zah. In general, that's called Zah. Zeir Ampin, different words. As it's written in Eitz Chaim, the Gate of Names, chapter 3, in reference to Zah of Asiyah. See there. Let's try to do this. It could be argued that the above question proposed that the lower heavens in Pekudei was the same level as the heavens above in Vayakel. The lower heavens too is above the sun. By the same token, the answer refers to two distinctive levels of heavens. Pekudei refers to Malchus of Asiyah, while Vayakel refers to Zah of Asiyah, in which prayer ascends there when there is seemingly from this level they yet ascend yet further to godliness of the 10 spheres of Yitzir and Bria. The main point here, however, is that when prayer is not seemly, it is not received even in Zah of Asiyah, but merely in Malchus of Asiyah. It could be explained that when prayer without proper intent is elevated to the lower heaven, its elevation does not bring about that which prayer should affect. For in order for prayer to have its proper effect, such as fulfillment of its request, there must be drawn down into this world a degree of divine influence that transcends the world, thereby healing the sick, or providing a year of blessing, and so on. When, however, prayer is repelled to Malchus of Asiyah, to that level which has all worldly things derive its life force, then this level obviously cannot provide for whatever the world is lacking. It only can give what the world is. It cannot give something new. It cannot change the nature of the world. However, when a properly motivated prayer reaches up to Zah in Asiyah, from there an influx can be drawn down into the world to provide whatever the world lacks, thereby fulfilling the individual's petition. So as to the apparent implication in Pasha Pekudi, that even an invalid prayer whose intent is confused by alien thoughts, ascends to the first chamber, whence it is hurled down, and this chamber is in Za of Bria. We thus see that even a valid prayer reaches first to elevate Za of Bria. So if he goes higher, according to this other statement in the Zohar. So the Alter Rebbe says, Leikosha Midi. Its present is not a difficulty. Shafilu kol avedis mamish, for even palpable sins, kalis v'chamuris, minor and grave ones, oilis l'shan, can ascend there. Afil al heichal dalad, even as far as the fourth chamber, as written in Zohar, page 252. And it is thus certain that in essence the above elevations are not identical, and there is no comparison or similarity between them except for a common name. This will be suffice to the discerned. I hope it suffices you. The elevation for good action means that when they are actually uplifted to the highest degree of holiness, where they accomplish whatever they intention to accomplish. With regard to sin, however, their elevation to the higher worlds bring about a blemish there. So too, when we say that an invalid prayer ascends to the first chamber, we're not speaking the kind of elevation that takes place when a prayer is offered in a proper intent. It goes there, but it goes to bring negative, not positive. So that's how the Alter Rebbe answers the contradiction. It ascends to very high places, and both times the Zohar says that your prayer receives, but if it's a blemish prayer, then it goes to very high places, but it brings about blemish in very high places. Prayer with kavana goes to very high places and accomplishes what it's supposed to accomplish. But Zeh Yuvan, with this, you're able to grasp the statement of the Zohar on page 247. Heichal HaBeis, at the second chamber, there is to be found that one appointed over the garments that clothe the souls as a result of forming mitzvahs. The above paragraph, the Hebrew offers several variations as a substitute for the bracket text. Possibly the text should read, there is found the one appointed. Possibly it should read, the garments are housed. So even though the mitzvahs are formed, and by extension the soul's garments that are fashioned thereby are in the lower Gan Eden of the world of Asiya, stated in the Zohar, page 210. How then do we say that the one appointed over or turned to the garments of the performance of mitzvahs are found in the second chamber of the world of Bria? However, I explained earlier, the above elevation are essential dissimilar. Thus, though the mitzvahs performed are located in the lower Gan Eden, the world of Asiya, the soul nevertheless ascends to the second world of Bria and receives from their garments that result from the performance of mitzvahs. For the elevation of the soul to the world, the level of Bria, in order to receive its garments, is utterly different from the level of the mitzvah themselves to the lower Gan Eden of the world of Asiya. Now, invalid prayer is superior to Torah study with a distinct and proper intention. Torah study. This is all to explain to you the difference between prayer and Torah study in Zohar. Prayer, even without its intention, the Zohar says, reaches up to very high places. And there's certain places where the prayer reaches, and there's certain places, the Zohar says, where the neshama reaches through the prayer. So maybe the prayer reaches to the world of Asiya, but the soul that does the prayer reaches higher than the world of Asiya. It reaches up to the world of Bria. learning because of selfish reasons is worse. It never leaves the firmament of the world. So the ladder never leaves under the sun, since it's carried out for the purpose of self-aggrandizement. It does not ascend at all. But prayer, irrelevant to even you prayed without intention, it does break the firmament. It breaks to the key. It breaks the heaven. It goes up to the spiritual world of Asiya, and your neshama will even go even higher. That's if you do learn Torah for selfish reasons. About Torah stop. If a person just learns Torah naturally, not because of spiritual reason, but not because of selfish reason. It's not because negative intentions, just prompted merely by one's Latin innate love. He doesn't have a great love of God when he learns Torah. He does it subconsciously because he has this love of Torah. He doesn't know why. He does love to learn Torah, but not that it creates a great love of God. So he doesn't have really the Shema, but he's not doing it for the sake of selfishness. So consciously, it's that this love of God that motivates one's merely habitual study of Torah, like Gara, Meheva, Pish next time. So your Torah study is not worse than children learning. Self-understood. If a child learns, also doesn't understand what he's learning, and also just repeats words. But the beauty of children learning is the salak le'elam teishahevel she'em bechet, because children learning is like the breath untainted by sin. The salak le'elam, and when a child learns Torah, his learning surely goes above because it's untainted. Even though a child learning Torah has no lishma, he's just doing it because the teacher's telling him to learn. So when you're learning Chumash in 4th grade or in 3rd grade or in 2nd grade, and the teacher's telling you there, just say the verse and learn the verse, you're not doing it because of any great reason. You're doing it because you're told to do it. And that's the beauty of a child. Hevel she'ein bechet, it's a breath that has untainted. V'salak le'ela afshish le'lashma, it goes above, even though it's not for the sake of any spiritual reasons. Miyiras haratzua, it's really because he's afraid of the punishment from the teacher. So he's afraid of the punishment teacher, so he's doing the verse and he's saying the verse. In the same way, an adult who studies in a natural intent, no tainted by sin, which means ulterior motive. That's the concept of sin. Is when he does it because he wants to self greatness. Is therefore ascends heavenly, then your Torah will ascend to heaven. Ein Sham, Daf Nun Reishin Hey on the base, and look over there in the Zohar on page 255. Shamaloche Ma'ila Mehevel Shel Teneg Shavarav Maratzilus. The angels elevate the breath of school children till the world of emanation. That's the greatness of the power of bringing children together, and they daven and they learn Torah, because they reach up to very high levels. But then the angels, the Zohar says, takes those prayers and they bring it even higher. They bring it to the world of Atzilus. And that completes the Tanya, very spiritual teaching of the day. Today is Rosh Chodesh Kislev. Good Yontiv, everybody. Good Chodesh, everybody. It's a very special day. Today, the Tillim of the day is from chapter 1 to chapter 9. And you would have done the Chitas of the day from chapter 1 till chapter 9. I wish you all a good Chodesh, a Chodesh Tov, a wonderful Chodesh, a happy month, a healthy month, a beautiful month. I wish you all a good Shabbos. As we go into Shabbos, I wish you all a wonderful Shabbos. I will see you all in Mitzshem on Shabbos, hopefully. See you in Shul. And if not, I'll see you Mitzshem Sunday morning, which will start the new portion of Vayetze. And we'll continue to learn the chitas of the day as we march towards Yutes Kislev. Today is the first day of Kislev. We march towards Yutes Kislev, the 19th day of Kislev, which then we'll start over the Tanya again. We'll start all the way from the beginning as we come to the last couple of pages of Tanya. I wish you all a good Shabbos, a wonderful Shabbos, a happy Shabbos.